And it is the case, isn't it, that in other office environments, say a credible, serious complaint, it could very well trigger suspension during an inquiry, not waiting for charges.
Yeah, arrest on suspicion means that the police have credible evidence in order to arrest a suspect to interview them. And if this was a teacher in a workplace, you would absolutely expect somebody arrested on suspicion of an offence such as rape to be excluded from their work while that inquiry takes place. This is not about guilt or innocence. It's about safeguarding. And I believe as an MP that people accept that I am in a unique role in some respects, but they also want MPs to be aligned with common workplace practices as far as is possible. And that's why I've tabled the amendment tonight to return it to arrest. And this is a free vote in Parliament, so I very much hope that colleagues across the political parties will support me in this.
Right, now, what is the contrary case, the argument against you here, Wendy? I mean, you made the point that you are in a unique position. Of course, MPs are elected. And they're also maybe vulnerable to frivolous, maybe malicious complaints, and suspending them too easily, you deprive their constituents of representation. Is that essentially the argument against you?
Yeah, I think that's essentially the argument. That representation is important, which is why the Commission report had provisions to allow proxy voting for those MPs that had been excluded, and also in relation to charge that that was the right and appropriate point, because basically there'd been a sufficiency of evidence to bring it to charge. But I'll go back again, John. My amendment tonight is not about whether an MP is guilty or innocent. It's about safeguarding and what you would expect in another workplace. And I think it's really important to remember that for thousands of people, the parliamentary estate is their workplace, and they would be subject to such provisions as I'm proposing this evening.